Kisumu revenue on. And so we are here just to give an update to the people of Kisumu and indeed to the country in terms of how we are performed in revenue generation this financial year, the financial year that we just ended. I am here, of course, with members of the county cabinet. The Minister of Finance is here, and our colleagues in the cabinet. We also here, by the way, the members of the Revenue Board. Dr. Makobewa is here together with his team, and of course all stakeholders. But allow me to go through this. It's not really a statement, but some highlights of what we have been doing, and then after that I will give you our performance in terms of our revenue generation this particular, or the last financial year. So of course we all know that we established Kisumu County Revenue Board. This board is not even 1 year old, okay? And so they will be the ones in charge of collection of revenue on behalf of the county government. Now we've done what we call institutional strengthening through the development and implementation of the REAP. REAP means Revenue Enhancement Action Plan. We have also implemented a fully automated integrated revenue management system for revenue collection and for target setting. We have adopted a cashless revenue collection mode for all revenue streams, including the Department of Health. We have operationalized a new valuation role for land rates collection. Now, we have a HR rationalization and skill improvement through recruitment and training of revenue staff to enhance supervision, enforcement, and revenue compliance. Now, the eighth strategy of the county government, of course, through the board, will be the monthly governance roundtable, the one that we just had now, bringing together the executive and the revenue board to review performance and prioritize, revenue as a very key, deliverable by the county government. The departments basically also, are very critical in revenue generation, because if you consider a department like trade, for example, all markets are under their purview, and the traders in those particular markets actually also give revenue to the county government. We have also established a debt collection unit, and these, ladies and gentlemen, basically look into debts that are outstanding and engage with the various debtors or bodies to ensure that whatever is owed to us is paid, and we want to report here that they are doing a very good job. Number 10, we are implementing a unified business permit to improve efficiency. So we don't want multiple different permits, so we have a unified one. So you pay once and everything else is set. Now we've also implemented integration of IRMS to banks for real-time receipting and verification. We have what we call continuous stakeholder engagement and public sensitization on linkage between revenue and service delivery through Huduma Mashinani, which we also implemented last year. Ladies and gentlemen, the following are the trends of revenue generation for the last 3 years. In the financial year 2021-2022, we collected 1,199,145,028. That was in the year 2021-2022. In the year 2022-2023, we collected 1,209,024,497. Ladies and gentlemen, this financial year 2023-2024, we have collected 1,471,996,075 shillings, giving us a growth in our revenue of 22%. Okay, so basically this financial year, the financial that has just ended, we have a growth in our revenue generation of 22%, and we hope to grow this revenue. And I think at this point I would want to allow first the minister to be able to address you, the minister in charge of finance and economic planning, and then we allow the chair of the revenue board, Dr. Makobewa, to also address you, and then we can take questions if you may have them.
Yeah, thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor and the members of the press. I think the DG has given us the figures in terms of the improvement. The only thing that I need to add is that for us at the county government and indeed at the county treasury, an increase in our revenue collection of 22% in 1 year represents significant change, and we want to ask the public to continue supporting the activities of the Kisumu County Revenue Board, because they are basically responsible for driving that change. Like the DG has said, the board has been in place for just 10 months. We have also changed the system of collection. We have moved from an old system to a new one. We are also changing the people who are collecting the revenue on our behalf on the ground. We are working on their behavior, because we have lost some money in the past on account of the behavior. Also improving is that 22% increase can be made better, and we have plans to make it better. But while we make it better, we are not going to tax the people more. All we are doing, as you have had me enumerate, we are working on the efficiency of our systems, on the people, on the data, on the governance. We are not increasing taxes or charges or levies. I think that's a clarification that we want to make. So we want members of the public to support our efficiency movement, particularly going cashless. And we want you, colleagues in the media, to help us spread the message that in Kisumu, we don't pay cash anymore. If we can work together on that, we will increase our own source revenue without taxing people an additional cent. Thank you very much.
Chair.
Thank you, members of the press. I just want to reiterate what my name is Dr. Hezron Makobeo. I'm the chairman of Kisumu County Revenue Board. I just want to reiterate what the DG and the CEC of Finance have actually said. Our success this year has relied on 3 or 4 major things. One is actually His Excellency the Governor and the Executive being revenue collectors number 1 and owning the process. And the second one is actually leveraging on technology, which has seen us go cashless, and this has actually improved efficiency and reduced areas of fraud and leakages. And then thirdly, and most importantly, has been the stakeholder engagement, the people of Kisumu who are traders as well as business people, working with us continually to actually improve how best we can actually serve them. And then last, I would like to say that we are linking revenue collection to service delivery through the governor's program of Huduma Mashinani, and we just want to continue telling the people of Kisumu that our role is not to increase taxes, but actually to be more efficient and to offer better services by generating revenue. Thank you very much.
Okay, Chair, do you think that the chaos that you're experiencing will derail efforts to collect more revenue? And number 2, the county assembly of Kisumu is the first budget of 13 billion. And targeting that the Kisumu County will collect 3 billion. Do you think it will be possible?
I think on the issue of the insecurity issues we've had in Kibuye, we are working with the security agencies and across sector within the county to actually bring this under control. You are aware that the market management committee did go to court and got an order. We are in court tomorrow to actually try and remove that stay so that we can bring normalcy back. In the meantime, we have worked within the county to actually put security at the market itself. I think we've got about 16 police officers manning Kibuye at the moment. The traders are now actually back, and we are also working with stakeholders to actually bring that to normalcy. Of course, you are aware of the headwinds within the country. It's not just Kibuye alone, but even the riot which has been going on are actually impacting on our revenue. But we hope that things will actually normalize. On the issue of our new target of raising 3 billion this year, we are working with the Department of Finance and Economic Planning to actually put strategies in place, some of which were read by His Excellency the Deputy Governor, to collect that money. At the core of that success is going to be the implementation of our new valuation role, which is worth 2 billion shillings. We've had some headwinds with it, with court case, which we hope can be concluded in the next 90 days. Once we roll that one out, then we hope that we can be able to raise that money. In addition, we're improving our efficiency in collecting money in markets, as well as other big revenue streams such as single business permit. We've completed complete GIS mapping of all businesses in Kisumu to enhance that revenue stream. So I think across across board, we are working together as a unit to actually make sure that we can actually realize that, and hopefully we can talk again next year to see that we actually surpass that target.
When I did speak for the executive, when it comes to revenue generation, it goes hand in hand in appropriations. Probably you want to tell the residents of Kisumu some of the key areas of focus in terms of investments.
Well, I'm not sure if I got your question correctly. You want to repeat?
All right. When it comes to revenue generation, probably you want to tell the residents of Kisumu how this money is going to be maybe used in terms of service delivery. Which key areas of focus?
Well, you know that you're asking about the money that we have generated in terms of own source revenue. Now, the budget that we are implementing normally has sources of funding that budget. Okay, one of the sources is what is called shareable revenue from the national government. The other, and of course, then the partnerships. Sure. The one that we've just implemented, of course, that is now gone, and we have a new budget estimate that we are hoping that what we are going to get in terms of own source revenue, which is 3 billion, and we are serious about collecting 3 billion by then. And then, of course, the partners that we'll be having, and of course, what we're going to get from the national government, of course, we'll get into that area. But if you ask me in terms of you know, our key development areas, we still want to ensure that we have roads that are passable, because you know that will then enable businesses to thrive. We still want to invest heavily in health, because that's one key area that you know, the governor is very, very keen on. We also want to invest in clean, potable water, so we're having different you know, water points in terms of pipeline extension, in terms of you know, boreholes that are equipped, okay, so that our people can get access to clean and potable water. We're also investing in education. You are aware that the governor is you know, sponsoring 10 young, bright, but needy students from each and every you know, ward, which makes 350. We still want to invest in that area, but we're also giving bursaries for, again, bright people who are not able to pay. And governor is doing 4 million in each and every ward. I think that also remains. Okay. Of course, we're also automating our processes. We are developing a GIS lab that should also enable us you know, to collect revenue and to do our processes in a manner you know, that you know, emphasizes on efficiency you know, more than anything else. We will still be investing in our vocational training centers. We believe that the right skill set, okay, by our youth, okay, if we impart on them skills, then that will enable them to contribute positively to the economy. So basically, it's a wide area, okay, but we are keen on delivering on that agenda. You remember that our current manifesto is called Wasetimo, our WADOC team, okay, and so this will be another year of team, WADOC team, as you know it in
DJ, before you go, you remember that land rates is one of the major revenue source for Kisumu County. And as we speak, there are so many people who have not been paying land rates for a period of time. Is there a way that you people are looking for a way you can do a waiver so that you collect more?
On the waiver issue, I would like for the minister to respond, but again, in terms of what is you know, pending in court, okay, we are pursuing two options. One is that the court process will be concluded, as has been alluded to by Dr. Michael Bewa. But now you also know that we have alternative dispute resolution. So we intend to also, you know, engage with the protagonists out of court, because you know, all of us need to pay rates because we need to grow as a county.
Yeah, thank you. I think we needed to clarify on the waiver a bit more detail that the public needs to know. Is that from time to time we give waivers, but it is also important to know that the waivers that we give is not on rates that are in arrears. So if you're owing the county government land rates that remains unpaid over the years, the waivers will only cover the interest that debt has attracted and the penalties that have been levied on that interest. And yes, we are likely to give a waiver, but it will also be conditional. Other than just being a waiver on interest and penalties, we are also saying that please clear your previous year's rates, pay your current year rates, then definitely we can have a discussion about your interest and penalty. So it's going to be a conditional waiver because there are people who come are thinking that you can owe us 4 years in unpaid rates with several, years in interest, and then we waive the interest and you still owe us rates. So when we waive, please pay the principal. Thank you.
First, I must commend the work that you have done. Achieving 22% growth is no mean feat. Congratulations for that. Now, I have a question concerning the business, the new Uhuru Business District. The business park. What are you also trying to do just to attract more traders even outside of Kisumu County? Because I am aware that at least for the past 1 month, they've been having the market day as on placed on Fridays. So I would like to know what the government and the planning is going to do to ensure that that potential is grown and to make more money for the city.
We would like to encourage our people, the people of Kisumu and those who are doing business, to take advantage of the existing facilities. Now, Uhuru Business Complex is one such facility that we want to really encourage our people to take advantage of. We've seen a number of people trading outside. Okay, now when you're trading outside, you have got no fixed board, meaning that you cannot even get access to credit. But what are we doing? We are trying to get people into the market. I think that I did chair a task force appointed by the governor just to ensure that we have everything that we require within that facility to enable people to go there. So some of the strategies that I can share include having one of the matatu termini, operating from there, because these guys need traffic, okay? But there are many other things that we can do, especially dedicating market days. Okay, Kibuye, for example, we know that the big market day there is Sunday, so we need to have market days for the different markets here, because we know that can then drive business there. So just to let you know that the government, of course, led by the governor, is working around the clock to ensure that businesses move there. One of the things that has really impeded full operationalization of that market is the fact that there are some people who are identified to go in there, but they did not want to go in there, so they took us to court. Again, we are law-abiding citizens, and as a government, we'll observe what the courts rule, and we hope that in the fullness of time, sense will prevail, and the different business components that you want to be in that market will find their way there. So it is work in progress. Okay. Erokamano kawuono elo Governor Professor Peter Anyang' wan ka mondo mi wawach jo Kisumu kaka wasetiyo iko mokalo mar 2023 to 2023 nyaka 2024. Ne wadwa ni mondo mi wanyis jodalawa kaka wasetiyo kuom choko omuom mwagero godo Kisumu. Na wacho ka higa mar 2021 to nyaka 2022 ne wachoko ga bilion achiel, milion 199, alufu 145 gi siling 28 ema nochoko iko muomno. Iko muom mar 2022 kod 2023 ne wachoko bilion achiel, milion 209, alufu 24 kod siling maromo 497. Okay, magi dongere ni 1,209,024,497. Iko muom makoro sani wantie ni manyo watieko maen iko muom 2023 24 ne wachoko bilion achiel, milion 471, elufu 996 kod siling 75 gi dongere 1,471,906,000 to kod 75. So, and waneno ni ma koro en dongruok mar atamalo 22. En dongruok mar atamalo 22, kendo wan ka gi minister mochung' weche mag omuom kendo weche mag chenro mag dongruok, wan ka bende gi wuoy mochung' ne weche mag choko omenda kata revenue board, Dr. Marco Bewa, kendo owinjore achiel ni wadwa ni kama wachopeni higa moro momo koro wantie ni wachok pesa mang'eny malo kama wachokono mondo mi wager godo Kisumu. Adwa ni mondo mi ati gi thuolo ni mondo mi akwa jo ohala manie Kibuye ni watimo ohala kod kwe kendo wami ng'ato ang'ato thuolo mare mar timo ohala. Grube ka grube matimo ohala kanyo wakwani mondo mi owinjre, mondo mi eka obed gi kwe manyalo miyo ohala timore kendo manyalo miyo county government bedo gi thuolo maber